You can finally play Valheim on a console in only just a month's time. That's what the clickbait is saying if you went ahead and pre-ordered one of the Valve Steam Decks last year. That's when the release date's coming for it, and yep, Valheim looks to be very much playable on the system. This was shown off by Jonathan Schmars. Sorry dude, I've totally forgot how to say your second name, but he showed it off. He's one of the amazing devs at Iron Gate, obviously making Valheim. It is touchscreen playable, as well as obviously you can plug in a controller if you want to too. That's the info we gained from his Twitter feed, and we'll talk about that today, as well as talking a little bit about what to expect, hopefully with some sort of update soon. Although there is some bad news, a lot of the Iron Gate dev team are suffering from COVID at the moment, and Sweden has gone into another big lockdown. So that's the news, that Valheim is indeed going to be ready for the Steam Deck. I know it's not a full-blown console, I know it's pretty expensive as it is, but until actually Valheim comes out on the early access period, you're not going to be seeing it on an Xbox, PlayStation or a Switch. They have confirmed in the past that it's something they'll be looking at, but more or less closer to the actual full release of the game. And that's not scheduled maybe until next year. Now, I have got a Steam Deck on order. I was one of the first, so hopefully I'll be able to show you guys what it runs like. I know it's not strictly related to Valheim, but it's kind of interesting still, and I'm tying it in. They've just announced literally within the last few hours that they're going to start rolling out on the 25th. That's when you'll get an email order if you signed up and wishlisted it already, and you'll have 72 hours to actually go ahead and buy it. After that, the orders will start going out on the 28th, and depending on when you decided to wishlist or who ordered it first, that's when you start getting them, so it'll go on from there. You're not going to be able to pick one up if you haven't already wishlisted it. They went through the summer last year, and yeah, they run out quickly. You're not going to be able to change the type of Steam Deck that you ordered, so whatever you put on your wish list, if you decided to upgrade to one that has a faster SSD or whatever, be lucky. One good thing, shipping costs are going to be included, and of course the reservation deposit will also be included as part of the final cost. But yeah, I'm intrigued to see what Valheim's like. I am a console scrub. I play Valheim with a controller, so I'm eagerly waiting for it to be fixed, as there's a bit of an issue at the moment where it swapped some of the controllers or reversed them. But the Iron Gate devs, Luma, the QA Master, told me all about this the other day when we did a stream together, so hopefully that's going to be fixed in the future. But yeah, Jonathan pretty much says that using the touchscreen or touchpads lets you control it as a mouse. You can customise it quite a bit. It's a fully playable controller only with this update. On the deck you can pick and choose a bit though, since they're touchpads and touchscreen depending on your preferences. And they seem pretty confident that it's going to be verified. Not all games are going to work out of the box for the Steam Deck. If you're a survival fan, obviously that's what my focus is. We've already had confirmed that Ark is trying to, but the last time they tried showing it off, the actual Steam Deck kept rebooting. There are other games that won't make it. DayZ developers Bohemia are having trouble, or seemingly say they won't be able to do it, because it relies a lot on certain services like anti-cheat software like BattlEye, and some of these companies use different cheat services. So until Steam can roll out a satisfactory fix or some way to include everyone, there will be certain games that just won't be able to be played until they actually get approved. Now, a lot of the games are going to kind of work out of the box with only very minor adjustments. That's what Valve have been promising for ages, but it does seem to centre more and more around what kind of anti-cheat software you're using for multiplayer games. That's from what I understand it. I'm sure there's still some other things that affect that, but yeah, look out for Steam verified or Deck verified if you pick up any new games in the future. Someone was asking about the FPS with the build, and Jonathan had a little joke and said you get 1 FPS for each build that you make. So I'm very interested in this. I've done a bunch of videos talking about the Steam Deck, how it could be a really viable option for players who want to move from console to PC but maybe can't afford a PC or can't have an actual graphics card or finding it hard to get hold of a decent one. If you're someone that enjoys playing on your Switch a lot and your Xbox or your PlayStation but you're desperate to get into PC gaming, then this really could offer a viable way. I really like the actual pause menu. It's got a dedicated control little screen there. I'm not too sure if that's got that in on the actual base version of the game on Steam, so that'd be something I'd like to see added for Valheim. So when are we going to get the actual Caves update? I keep calling it that. I'm sure it's going to have a better name than that. Well, obviously the devs were doing a stream for me recently. We actually had a bit more fun and kind of left some of the questions to the end. But I did do a bit of a recap, giving you guys a heads up of what to expect a few days ago. So what's changed? Well, the dev team have been suffering from COVID, Although I don't think it's too serious, it does look like it has wiped some of them out a little bit. And Sweden is in another lockdown. The devs haven't all been able to work together once more, and so that has kind of maybe thrown a spanner in the works. Now, they haven't actually said anything to me privately. I'm not doing this just off the cuff, trying to do it as a let you know. But just given what's going on, I wouldn't be too surprised if we didn't see it next week as early as we'd hoped. They've never given a definitive date. I have just been presuming they'll have it out for the first anniversary of Valheim, which is the 2nd of February, so that's next Wednesday. And Robin, the art guy, he did tell me in the stream that yes, they are hoping to get it out at least on test servers in the next week or so. But the test servers mean they're internal test servers. And if things go well, then they'll be looking to release it on maybe the test branch servers that everyone can access. So it could be a couple weeks or maybe even more. Honestly, I'm not fussed. I feel like I've been getting lots of information from Valheim over the last few months. They've put loads on social media, loads of posts talking about some of the stuff, what to expect. So I can't wait to dive in and see what it's all about. Reportedly, there could be a new creature involved with it. And it does look like it's expanded a lot more than what's previously thought. So of course, as soon as we get any concrete news about that release date, I'll let you guys know. Just keep your expectations in check. And I guess mine as well. I'm going to do my best, as I said, as we get more information about Valheim and possibly Steam Deck in the future. Maybe I can even organise giving you guys a bit of a tour before it actually comes out. But yeah, as soon as the Steam Deck is available, I will be doing some reviews, showcasing a whole bunch of survival games and giving you an honest opinion about it. So you guys can make up your own mind whether or not it might be something to move forward to, or keep saving your money and get a decent PC eventually. There we go, that is the Valheim news today. Until next time, ratbags, laters.